A little late for the sound check on the PA system.
That's no sound check.
Well, Steve's haunting him!
Hey, cool it, Wayne. Look, we need to play these guys, you know? There's no difference between them and the Jets.
我们可是要跟这些家伙比赛的，他们跟喷气系队的球员没什么差别。
Cool it? Look, just act like you've been here before.
Stephen Curry!
You've never been here before. Hey, Corey! Does he know him?
Hello and welcome, everyone, to Shanghai. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We have a very special presentation of the NBA All-Star Global Tour as the NBA Stars play an exhibition match against the Shanghai Bears.
Boy, you can't be anything but in awe of this roster the NBA has put forth. Listen to these names: Curry, LeBron, Harden, Harris. One of the best teams the world has ever seen.
And we hear all the time about super teams in the NBA. Well, this is what a super team looks like.
This should be a fun game for the fans of Chinese basketball, the NBA, and everyone alike. The Stars off the tip. And I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge all the hard work that's been put in to make this exhibition game a reality. Clark, a wonderful event for everyone involved.
It's been a blast for me coming out to China for this tour. I don't know about you guys, but I've loved it. I think everybody can agree it's been a success. And I wouldn't be surprised to see the NBA look to make this a tradition like no other.
Way no good.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen, got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
Now, here's AI. Pass to Gung. Now, Wei, covered by LeBron. And the basket by Wei. Well, you can't come to China and not talk about the biggest connection the country has with the NBA. And, of course, Clark, that is the great Yao Ming.
And, you know, there have been a number of players that have played here in the Chinese League and the NBA, but Yao Ming undoubtedly helped build the bridge between China and the U.S. in terms of pro basketball. A great ambassador for the sport.
Pass to Xing. Over Harris and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Oh, a wonderful score inside. Gotta love watching Xing do his thing.
LeBron James on the wing. Rebounded by the Bears. Greg, a lot of groups came together for this NBA Stars exhibition. It's all about establishing a bigger connection to China.
Yeah, and it's no secret. China loves the NBA, and the NBA makes sure to reciprocate with events like this one. It's a two-way street and really great for the game overall.
Just 3 to shoot. AI, no good. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Antetokounmpo. Goes back up. Goes up again, and it's good on the layup.
How about using that 7'3" wingspan of his to gobble up offensive boards? Antetokounmpo making it happen on the glass. Boy, and the fans here tonight have been fantastic. A full house coming out to see a lot of global icons.
And with players like LeBron, Curry, and Harden, they are huge names worldwide. And for many here in China, this is the only chance to see them in person.
LeBron with the bucket.
And with the height to see over the defense, the eyes to spot the open man, Giannis continues to flourish as a facilitator.
Now, here's AI. Pass to G. Back to AI. The shot misses. Now the Stars take it the other way.
And, you know, it's a great treat to see LeBron James here in this exhibition. I mean, he's one of the biggest stars to ever play and going stronger than ever at this late stage in his career. Right now, it's hard to argue that he isn't the face of basketball.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Harris. Davis on the follow.
He's just beating everybody to the board, using his length, his skill set. The big fella Davis getting it done.
AI up top. He's guarded by Davis. AI with the bucket. Time called here as the Stars want to talk it over.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Always. And having a good coach is critically important. I mean, you need somebody you can count on to make the right adjustment.
So both teams changing it up here. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Here's Lillard. Harden outside. Pass to Porzingis. Over Ming. Hits the outside fadeaway.
Tell you what, that's one of the things I love about Harden's game. I mean, he's a dime dropper elite.
AI outside. Here's G. And G Chow slams it in.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it. Yeah, you know, Lillard is so quick and shifty, just impossible to slow him down on the offensive end.
And Lillard just has that knack for taking over a game with his offense.
And the first half is now in the books. It's the Stars. They're up by 10. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
You're only down by 10 at the half. That's good. Keep the pressure.
Hey, don't worry about that. I got plenty of it.
I'll be at the bench.
Yo, man, how you been? I looked for you at warm-ups. Just missed you.
Likewise. You know, Coach matched us up this half, and I'm all in.
Okay, I feel you. Hey, how about this? A wager. Our flight's later tomorrow afternoon. Free for dinner? Show me around. Whoever scores the least points buys.
All right, bet. Nothing sweeter than a free meal. I'm about to put on a show.
I'm glad to see nothing's changed.
You ready?
Yeah.
And thank you for joining us on our NBA All-Star Global Tour. It's the second half of our broadcast between the NBA Stars and the Shanghai Bears.
And the NBA Stars did what they do best. But you have to give credit to this Shanghai team now. I mean, they've stayed in it.
And playing in front of their fans has kept the Bears full of energy. You expect the NBA players to turn it on at any point, though.
Another half on the way in what has been a fantastic exhibition so far.
Like any exhibition game, I'm a little reserved in my expectations around the effort that either team will put forth. I mean, the NBA stars will probably liken this to competing in the All-Star game, but I certainly hope they don't play like an All-Star game. Let's play some real basketball out here.
First free throw is good. All-star game effort usually mean relaxed defense, and it should be that way as this isn't meant to be a competitive atmosphere.
Yeah, and that tends to be the case for all-star games and showcase games like this. But I wouldn't be shocked if the game stays close to see both sides kind of ramp it up in terms of intensity and try and get the win.
So he gets them both.
Well, on some levels, it seems almost unfair for any team to have to try to compete against this roster of NBA stars. But I tell you what, you've got to like what you've seen from this Shanghai side. I mean, they know how to work together, and they've got great chemistry.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree. And as to why the Shanghai Bears were selected to go up against this NBA All-Star group, they are one of the better teams in the Chinese league.
Yeah, you know, I'm still not sure why it wasn't the stars of the Chinese league against the stars from the NBA. Seems like an obvious choice to me, but kudos to the Bears for taking on the challenge.
You know, when you see Curry out in an exhibition like this, you can't help but think about how he has completely changed the way players think about offense. I mean, kids all over the world are trying to emulate his play style, which is ball handling, mastery, and shot making extraordinaire.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Yep, you know, when you leave somebody open around Harris, he's going to make you pay for it. Good recognition there.
And for AI, he was a player, Greg, who was strong in college, entered the draft, but couldn't find a team to take the risk picking him.
Yeah, and him not getting drafted might have been a case of AI getting misinformation about where he was slated to be picked. He'll have his chance to show what he can do versus NBA talent here tonight.
Curry, without a doubt, the greatest shooter of all time.
It's hard to argue against Curry at this point. I'd go even further and say he's the most impactful shooter with the way he has revolutionized and really changed the game.
Passed away. Now here's G. Covered by Lillard. Ho Dong with it. Back to AI. Now here's Ho Dong. Guarded closely. AI, the screen. Now here's Wei. Back to AI. Now G. And good coming on the assist by AI.
He's doing his best to carry him, fellas, but he can only do so much. Things would be different for them if he was getting a little more help.
Here's George. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
You know, seeing AI in action for the first time in a while here, it's clear he's worked on his game, showing a lot of poise going up against this team of NBA stars.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And Antetokounmpo slamming it down there, using his sensational will to finish with the flush.
And the Bears call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And the shot goes in. And Clark, as you said, AI certainly putting in work for Shanghai.
Well, he's had a game where it might be time for an NBA team to give him a second look. I know it's just one game, but he looks vastly improved since his time in college.
Well, you look out there, a little bit of a reunion going on the floor. I mean, fans will remember that both Harris and AI played together in college for a season.
in the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's Lillard. Ming grabs the miss. They can shave the deficit to single digits right here. Shots good by G. And Clark, thinking back to it, Harris and AI showed some solid chemistry in their time together, Greg, at the college level.
Yeah, and that team ultimately came up short in Harris's final year. But you look back at the talent they had, and I would say they accomplished their goals. Harris was the star, and AI was a terrific side.
And, you know, the level of play we've seen from Harden guys the last few seasons, absolutely incredible. I mean, arguably should have won the NBA MVP awards multiple times, but he won it last season with another incredible year.
Stars with the rebound.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
The shot by George, wide open. Here's Towns. Here's Lillard. And at last, they get one to fall.
He is in the zone. There's a reason he keeps getting the ball. They're feeding him because they trust him to lead their team.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. AI, the screen. The shot. No good off the back of the rim. Harden right side. That falls. Nice speed that time from George.
When he's not killing you on the perimeter, Harden's doing it inside. He does it all, folks.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Stars out in front, leading by 14. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Curry with it. The teardrop falls in.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Pass to you. G, the screen. AI with it. Harris is there. 6 to shoot. G, no good. And one thing with Harris, he has shown great leadership skills, guys, since joining the league. Clark, you've said that before.
Well, you know, he was a leader in college, and we saw him immediately step into that same role with the Lakers. Very few players are wired for that, but I think Harris is one of them.
A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
From 13, again, Curry missing.
And, you know, even though they're up, he's been off his game this quarter, having trouble finding the basket.
To the wing right side. Now, here's G, guarded by Harris. G outside. Back to AI. The tray. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Well, he's one of the bright stars in the league, Greg. Towns could be a great player for a long time.
You know, and Towns has always played like a veteran, even though he hadn't been in the NBA that long. You combine that with his diverse skill set on offense, and you can see why he is becoming feared.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. AI outside. From 13, he gets that one.
Nice mechanics on the shot. AI cashes in from mid-range.
There's a screen. Davis sets a screen. Curry on the wing. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Davis sets a screen. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. A nice pick right there to get him right to the rack.
Well, you want to see the epitome of a completely unguardable player? Look up the Greek Freak. I mean, we've seen him take the next step to become a perennial MVP candidate. This guy is special.
Timeout called the Bears. And as you said with Giannis, the improvement he's shown is just a hint of where he can be.
You know, and Giannis is someone who has a chance.
The Stars making a switch here. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Pass to George. Over G. George with the bucket.
Unselfish play right there. Curry with the patience to just wait for someone to break free.
Picked by Shing. Inside. Great D that time from Davis. Now, here's George. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. This Bears squad is struggling. Here's AI. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away.
Hey, when AI makes shots like that where he's well contested, you simply just got to say, hey, good shot.
Outside Curry. Left side George. Back to Curry. Davis sets a screen from deep, and it's Stephen Curry with a three.
And I'd say that's it, guys. They're not coming back in this one.
Nope, no chance. Not gonna happen. That chance has long since passed of them getting back into this one. Forget about it.
Way with it, and Curry picks him up defensively, and the basket by Way.
And one of the standout players to keep an eye on for this Shanghai team is Wei Lee. Very talented guard, and he could draw some interest from NBA teams.
Davis sets a screen. Antetokounmpo, no good. And here's the break. Wei Lee's got room, and again it's Shanghai.
And guys, you got to ask, where was this effort when it mattered? The game's over now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, frustrating to say the least. I mean, don't even know why they're trying anymore. This one is a wrap.
Harris, he's guarded by AI. Harris off the pick, and he can't bank that one in. AI left side to the right side. Picked by Shing. Wei, the wing jumper off target.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution, just didn't knock it down. But you're right, they're happy with that shot.
Well, it seemed inevitable that the NBA Stars handle their business, and they didn't disappoint as they come out on top over Shanghai.
Credit to the Shanghai team, guys, for making competing with its thought. But when you go up against the best of the best, there's not a lot you can do, even in an exhibition game.
There's just no way possible to slow down a roster like this. Not with LeBron, Curry, Harris, and the others being unguardable. I don't think there's another group on the planet that can compete with this roster.
Well, that'll do it for us. We hope you've enjoyed this star-studded affair and watched us in a great night for basketball across the globe. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time.
You really did your thing tonight.
Yo, AI.
Good job.
Yo, Corey.
I gotta admit, we didn't expect it, but you guys got a lot of real talent on this team across the board.
Hey, I told you I was gonna put on a show, huh?
Hey, Shanghai's a real good spot for you to land, man. The details, it's almost there. It's close.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It's just encouragement. I didn't mean it.
Man, I played my guts out there tonight, man. I earned... Man, I knew that you would do this. Every single time. It's like, you can't even let me have one, can you? Hey, Zay, come...
Listen. Okay, you got me. Okay, fair enough.
Zay.
No one likes to be shown up.
退后，我们稍会在记者会时回答各位的问题。退后好吗？谢谢。
It's your time. Hey, you need me to stick around, handle some of these guys for you? I'll give you your due.
All right, cool. Let's do it. Zhang, this is Corey.
What's up, man?
Yo, hey, let them know we'll take some questions together. Zhang will make sure you don't make a fool of yourself.
Must pay well.
Not enough.
Okay, let's get started, huh?
现在开放问题。
What's the first question?
Hey. What area is that?
Yeah, not sure to tell you the truth.
That building. It's the, what's it called? I'm forgetting. It's,
Man, I really don't know. You know, I never checked it out.
Hey, have you taken a trip up the river?
Sorry, I don't know what it's called either.
And the PR lady told us. Wang Po, does that sound familiar?
It sounds Chinese if that's what you're asking.
You don't get out much, do you?
I mean, you know, I wake up, go to practice, I'm home. It can't be that much different than you, right?
Oh, me? No, man. I get cabin fever all the time. Sometimes I just gotta take a day and go to the beach. Maybe take a trip to the mountains. See, I like to touch every new city that I'm in. Just see what's out there.
Man, if it's not basketball, I'm probably not going.
Man, but you still get to live in a cool place like this and play ball.
Yeah, but this place is just a step for me. Like, I'm trying to get my numbers up so I can get back home, you know? Get back to where I can have a real career.
Yeah, but what if this is the last time that you're ever in this city? I mean, look around. This place is amazing. And as far as a career goes, wouldn't hurt to slow down. People can recognize desperation as much as talent.
Man, that's easy for you to say. You're already in the NBA, you know?
Okay. Never mind, man. I see where you're at. Hey, that's not what I think it is it?
Now, that's the one place I do get out to. Boom.
No way. It's a classic 2K.
Yup.
Can't believe they still have this.
Yeah, man, it's the only one in town. Yo, you remember we used to play your brother's copy in the dorm? Because everyone was too cheap to buy the new console?
How could I forget? I remember back then that was the one game I let you win on.
Oh, see, I know what you're trying to do, but it's not going to work.
All the tournaments that I won?
All right, one game. Let's get it.
That's all I need.
The league's best record as we begin the 2008 season belongs to the Boston Celtics. Tonight, they play host to another defensive juggernaut, the Houston Rockets. Good evening, everyone. Alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us. Clark, this is a team that plays very well at home.
No doubt about it, Kevin. They've only lost one game here on their home court. And you look at the Rockets, they have their hands full and their work cut out for them tonight. They certainly will. And looking to interrupt a 6-game winning streak by the hottest team in the league.
With their star tandem of Yao Ming and Tracy McGrady, they are capable. Should be a good one.
An uneven start to this season for the Rockets. So far, a losing record. They have struggled to live up to expectations.
And the basket by Pierce.
Yeah, and how about Pierce there? Immediately squares himself up from outside, always prepared to rise and fire.
And the starting lineup for the Rockets, Bobby Jackson and Tracy McGrady in the backcourt, Shane Battier and Luis Scola, the forwards, and the big man in the middle, Yao Ming. And the Celtics, second-year guard Rajon Rondo at the point alongside Ray Allen. Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett at the forwards. And Leon Poe will hold down the center. You know, Clark, last season, the Rockets arguably one of the 5 best teams in the NBA, but they didn't make it out of the first round.
Yeah, they came close, Kevin. A tough defeat in Game 7 by the Jazz. The Rockets haven't made it out of the first round in over a decade, though. That's a pretty long drought.
It is indeed.
And Rick Adelman taking over as head coach for the Rockets this season. Before this, 8 years in Sacramento, had a great team there as well. Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Garnett. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Outside for Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Houston moving the ball around and pushing it up. Here's Boston. Here's Allen. Here's Garnett. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
Kevin Garnett doing a nice job, Kevin, using those long arms of his to snag missed shots.
Boston shooting their first free throw of the game. The free throw drops for Garnett. There's 14 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Jackson passes to Mutombo. Misses off the right iron.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Celtics lead by 5. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you? Stats-wise.
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
You know, Greg, I love watching this team get after it on defense. I mean, they play with a bit of edge and nastiness. Man, what a big turnaround for the Celtics defensively. Is it as simple as adding Kevin Garnett, or is there more to it?
Rondo, the head of the snake, coming into his own. Vets like Tony Allen and Kendrick Perkins, also difference makers defensively.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at the Rockets. They've got Tracy McGrady. He's out there with Shane Battier. And there's Jackson. And it's Mutombo in at the center. Boston making a switch here. Allen's checked in. And a switch here also for Houston. Heads checked in. We've got 1:23 left in the first half. And that one's good. McGrady.
Yeah, McGrady inside is confident, using his outstanding length to get the shot he wants and to get it off.
And Clark, you look at the Rockets, obviously McGrady and Yao Ming are the focal points, but do they have enough around them to contend for an NBA title?
You know what, Kevin? I think they're deep enough. You know, they've got smart veteran role players, intriguing young ballers, but Yao and T-Mac have certainly got to lead the way.
And here's Rondo, following the 3 from Tracy McGrady. Rondo kicks to Posey. Here's Garnett. Terrific design on the big play, and he lays it in. Garnett's got 5.
Garnett very comfortable close to the basket now. He's efficient as a low block scorer.
McGrady passes to Battier. Rondo with the steal. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Shoots from the baseline, and it's Boston with another.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Yeah, they're cracking. Absolutely cracking and looking to pad that lead.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock again.
And well The Rockets' two superstar talents, Tracy McGrady and Yao Ming. When healthy, they've shown they can play with anybody.
Rockets trail by 5. McGrady dishes ahead. Back to McGrady. Battier outside. Here's head. No good on that last second attempt there.
Yeah, and the appreciation I have for Rondo. He's able to stay with his man.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Celtics out in front, up by 5. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. We're seeing a tremendous game from Tracy McGrady.
And through the first 2 quarters, he was dynamite from beyond.
Greg, simply spectacular. I mean, the defense just hasn't been able to find an answer for his outside shot.
Garnett out there with Pierce. Then it's Allen. Then there's Perkins. And it's Rondo in at the point guard position. That's the Boston 5.
You know, a 2-game homestand here for the Celtics, coming off a road trip where they won all 4, bookending the trip with big wins in Sacramento and L.A.
And the Lakers, a great team in their own right. The Celtics beat them by 19 points. And they're just in a heck of a group.
And there's the call on Young. That is his first foul of the game. Boston making some changes. P.J. Brown's checked in for Garnett. And it's Cassell in for Rajon Rondo. Allen outside. Up top, Brown. Nice ball movement by Boston. It's Pierce on the wing. He's guarded by Battier. Clock at 6. Battier against Pierce. Perkins. That one doesn't drop. And it's Houston the other way.
And what a difference a year makes. This time last season, the Celtics had just a 10-19 record, bottom 4 in the East. This season, 26-3, best in the league.
Now here's Allen. Yao Ming missing his last shot. Brown sets a screen for Pierce. Jumper off the screen. Rebound by Yao.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen, got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
Perkins, the pass to Cassell. Over Jackson. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And, you know, Sam Cassell is about as reliable as it gets, guys. I mean, he's an excellent scorer, does a nice job running the offense, and doesn't shy away from big moments either.
And so Cassell nails both of them.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
And we've reached the end of the third. Celtics lead by... And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Boston with the ball, and the Rockets coming off a 17-point loss on their home floor to the We Believe Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, Kevin, the Warriors outshot them and outboarded them, and the Rockets will have to do a ton better tonight if they want to get a W.
So on the floor for Houston. Now is out there with Hayes. Then it's Brooks. Then it's Tracy McGrady, and it's Battier in at the small forward. Hayes, no good.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection.
Celtics leading by 8. Rondo kicks to Pierce. Hooks one up. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Rondo's got 4 assists in the game. Now a timeout called by Houston. They're down by 10. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Leon Rose checked in for Boston. Brooks, the pass to Yao, and Yao slams it in.
And just amazing to see the turnaround here. in Boston with the big three. A franchise with a tremendous history. How about a league-leading 16 championships? This roster might have a chance to deliver even more heartbreak.
And here's Rondo. The Rockets making the shot. To the paint. Here's Garnett. It's rebounded by Houston. It's stolen by Garnett. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Garnett's got the lead up to 10 now for Boston. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
And Ming is mammoth in terms of his size, exceptional at using it to snare those offensive rebounds.
Rondo wide open. Offensive rebound. Home. And that one is hammered home.
And I'd say that's it, guys. They're not coming back in this one.
Nope, no chance. Not gonna happen. That chance has long since passed of them getting back into this one. Forget about it.
Here's Yao. And Yao slams it in.
Well, I tell you what, you got to keep Yao Ming out of the paint. Guy is just too big and too strong and has too good a touch to let him catch it that close.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Aaron Brooks. That is his first foul of the game. 7 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Garnett with it. And the Boston Celtics extend their winning streak to 7. Clark, believe it or not, it's only the 3rd longest win streak of this young season.
Yeah, they're in a nice groove, and you look at this team up close, you can't help but come away very impressed. They're loaded.
The way the pieces fit and the chemistry they possess, amazing after just 30 games.
Certainly a team to be reckoned with. And that'll do it now for us. For Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. Good night, everyone.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Right. Hey, man, it's getting late. You know, I should start heading back soon.
Oh man, I'm my bad. I got a little carried away. You don't want to try for another round?
You know, practice, man. Like, got to build on tonight's momentum. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that works. I'm headed back to LA tomorrow. It's a long flight.
Nah, it is. Actually, no, I don't. I'm stuck here. Remember?
You know, it was really good to see you, AI. And I hope you find a place that you feel comfortable in soon.
Okay. See, there it is again. Do you actually listen to yourself when you talk?
I'm just trying to walk up out of here like we're friends.
No,
okay?
it's so condescending, though. I mean, like, I hope you find a place where you feel comfortable. Like, what is it? Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Look, maybe things aren't exactly the way that you dreamed right now, but look at where you are. What you do, it's a privilege.
It's always funny how folks who lecture you about privilege and enjoying what you had are exactly the same people who have everything.
You're missing this moment, AI.
No, please keep explaining to me the hollow misery of being an NBA star, Corey.
There's so much more to this game than just taking the final shot or putting up your numbers. And that's always been your problem.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, Coach.
Hey, be real with yourself. How much do you know about your teammates in Shanghai? Or even back with the Bulldogs? What made those guys hungry? Where their hearts lay? You never cared about anyone but yourself, AI, and they all see it. And until you do, this is exactly as far as you'll go.